Hi, my name is David Morrison, and I'm one of the founders of hibbittsautopro.com, a free shop management tool for automotive repair shops. So, in today's short post, because I know you're busy, I know you need to get back to your job, I want to give you a few tidbits that you can go forth with and make a significant impact on your business. And in today's post, we're going to be talking about auto repair shop getting more online reviews. Now, I know I don't need to tell you how important these are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. These things are absolutely critical. So here's a few tips on how you can go about getting more of these online reviews. And this blog post is available on our website under Shop Resources. And you can get all the tips here. So the number one thing that you can do to start getting more reviews for your business, and these reviews are going to help you rank higher in the search engines, okay? Local SEO, the search engines use these reviews as social indicators to let them know about the quality of a specific business. The higher the quality of the business, the more social indicators with positive reviews about a business. More times than not, along with a few other factors, these things are going to carry a lot of weight in your ranking. So if you have more positive reviews than your competitors, it's usually going to be a huge advantage of yours. And so it's extremely important for you to go forth and try to get these things. And it's going to be one of the easier things that you've had to do if you're running your own shop, other than trying to deal with parts vendors, dealing with employees and things like that. This is going to be nothing. So if you follow these 3 tips, you're going to have more reviews than your competitors, because your competitors are not doing this. And you want more business, you want to rank higher in the search engines. This is how you do it. The number one thing that you can do is ask the customer in person. Don't be embarrassed. A lot of people, after they've provided some type of service, they may be too prideful, or they may feel slightly embarrassed to ask for this review. But asking for it in person, you have a huge advantage over a business that doesn't have the opportunity to speak with their customer in person. And here's the scenario that my customers, that my clients that pay me to help them with digital marketing, here's the approach that they take that really works for them. So the customer's checking out, and if the clerk is absolutely convinced that this customer had a good experience, then they can ask the customer to see if they would be willing to leave a review. And say, "Hi customer, thank you so much for your business today. Listen, we're trying to grow our business, and we're really focusing on growing our online reviews. Would you be willing to leave us a short review, maybe 1 or 2 sentences, that lets other people know about how your experience was with our shop?" And show them a physical object like a tablet or something like that, where they know, okay, this isn't going to take very long. And 9 times out of 10, if the customer had a good experience, they're going to say yes. That is just how it plays out. Statistically, there's a lot of success with this approach if it's presented in a non-obligatory manner and the customer has a personal relationship with the vendor, which would be you, the shop owner. So asking for this thing in person is going to bring the biggest fruit. You're going to have the most success with this approach. Just as long as you don't do it in an obligatory fashion, you don't make it sound mandatory or anything like that, you're usually going to be have a really good response rate with this. Don't present it as just another thing you have to ask the customer. Like, take a moment, look the customer in the eyes, let them know genuinely how much you appreciate their business, and let them know that you're really trying to grow your business, and ask them if they'd be willing to share a few words about their experience with you. And if these people are able to connect with you, they're going to leave you a review. That's just how it works. So asking for it in person, best approach. The next best approach is using text message. So after you've performed the service for the customer, they've paid for the service, and then they've left, you would send them a text message. There's a lot of software resources out there where you can go to a website and you can put in a number and you can type the message. And in this, you would have a link to your review form, whether it's a Google review form or some other review form. And you'd say, hey, Joe, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for your business. It was a pleasure working with you. Listen, help us by giving us an online review. With near 100% certainty, the customer is going to see this request. So with an email or with a phone call, there's a high probability of that person not answering the phone or that email going directly into the spam folder. But with a text message, everybody looks to see who they got a text message from and what that text message says. Text messages are the number one best digital marketing tool that you have available to you today. And if you're not using it, you need to be using it. Not just asking for reviews, but for other things as well. In a future post, we'll talk about that. But yes, it is okay to send your customers post-service a text message thanking them for their business and asking them if they would be willing to share a review of your business. The third approach that is going to yield good results, not as much as the first or the second, is to use email to ask for the review, okay? Email is a very powerful tool that allows you to connect with your customers whenever you want, okay? You're going to have a lot of customers that aren't going to read those emails, and you're going to have a lot of customers that are going to read those emails, especially when you do send one, it has valuable information in it. Sometimes that can be a discount code. Sometimes that can be a helpful tip. It's up to you on how you want to communicate with your customers, but always do so in a non-corporate fashion. Do so in a very personable way, and you'll build a personal connection. And that personal connection is what's going to bring that customer back to you again in the future, because they're going to feel like you listened, and they're going to feel like they have a connection with you. In all of your outgoing emails, not just to customers, but also to vendors and other people that you do business with, you want to make sure that in the footer of the email, you have a link to your review form, because you want to give people every opportunity possible to review your business and help you out with that type of feedback. And last, and most certainly least, is the use of social media to ask for this review. This one is there because I recommend to my clients that you would want to put this link inside your business description on your social media profile, but don't use social media to pitch this or promote this or to try to raise awareness for this, because that can really come across the wrong way, and that's not really what social media is for. So at least make it available in your social media platforms, but don't promote it. Just make it so that it's visible. And if you're having trouble getting reviews after following these first 3 recommendations to the T, and you're still not getting any reviews, here are 2 more tips that can actually maybe make a difference here. Provide some incentive. And be careful with this, because providing incentive can sometimes be taken the wrong way. It can come across as, oh, I'm paying for reviews, which is going to maybe rub some customers the wrong way. Not all customers. Some will most certainly do it because they're going to want a discount on their current order, or maybe a discount on the future order, or a chance to win a prize. And so the providing incentive can be effective, but you don't want to do it too much, because it can rub some people the wrong way. And if someone had a good experience, you're not going to need to provide them any incentive. You're not going to need to give them any cash. You're not going to need to pay for this review, is pretty much what it comes down to. And if incentive still isn't working, well, this last thing here is maybe something that you don't want to hear, but you're going to need to evaluate your business. So you've got a situation where on one end of the bell curve, you have a lot of customers that are having a bad experience. On the other end of the bell curve, you've got a lot of customers that are having a good experience. But if you're not getting in reviews, that means that most of your customers are right there in the middle and having a mediocre experience. Now, that's fantastic for you to stay in business. You don't want a lot of people on the bad side. You do want a lot of people on the good side and in the mediocre area, but that's not good for getting reviews. So you're going to need to take a look at your business and evaluate how you can squeeze more of these customers onto the good side and not just the mediocre middle, because mediocre people are less likely to leave a review. People with a bad experience are highly likely to leave a review, and people with a good experience are highly likely to leave a review, but people in the middle, not so much. So you want to try to push as many as you can over to the good side, and when you go to ask for that review, you're going to be more likely to get it. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I know I said in my last video, I'm not trying to sell anything, I'm not pitching anything. So these videos are only my attempt to give back to the automotive repair industry and help you guys out a lot. I have a lot of years of experience doing digital marketing and working with automotive repair shops, and I just want to give some of that back to the community. And again, we do rely on your feedback with hibbittsautopro.com. If you have a feature that you'd like to see added to the software, or if you want to let us know about a bug so that we can get it fixed for you, please do so. Again, thank you so much.